Jump! Fox! Jump! What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first podcast episode on the JumpFoxJump channel. My name is Don, and with me today I have test lead from Warner Bros. Games Montreal, Jason Ciciola. What's up, Jason?
Not much. That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. I had a lot to say there. That was a big intro. But it was a big run-on sentence. So you're a test lead at Warner Bros. Games, right?
You know it.
I do know that. So what big games have you worked on in the past that you can add to your repertoire, just so that people can know who you are and what you've done for them?
I've done nothing for them. I do everything for myself.
All right.
I've only been at Warner Brothers for a few months now, so all my past games that I'm allowed to talk about are the biggest one is probably Hitman Absolution.
Hitman Absolution on PS3 and 360.
Yeah, I have a lot of pride in Hitman Absolution. Also, it's a super fun game.
Okay.
Super fun game to play.
All right. And is it a super fun game to own? Because I don't own it. I have it because it was free for PS Plus. But other than that, not a game I think I'd own.
Listen, it's fucking fun. That's the best way I can. Like, you murder people in so many different ways.
Okay, well that sounds violent. And other than Hitman, what do we got?
Everything else I worked on was garbage and small. Shout out to Biggs 2.
Okay,
Biggs 2 is a baseball game on PS3.
I also worked on Biggs at a certain point in my life. No,
I remember going up to you and we challenged each other on the PS2 version, and we kept smacking home runs off of each other.
It's possible.
Biggs is awful. I beat you in the end.
Nice.
But it was a very close game.
Okay, very cool.
Very close game.
Jason is referencing back when I used to also test games, which is how I met a test lead at Warner Bros. Games. I used to also test games.
That's not how we met.
No, not how we met. It's true.
That's not how we met.
I guess we'll save the introduction story for another time.
What?
Okay.
Tell it now.
One time I walked into EB Games and I said, hey, I want the Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops Collector's Edition that came with the case for the PSP version. It was a silver case with Snake giving a salutation on the back, and I don't think it came with much else. And I walked into the EB Games, I asked for it, they said they didn't have it.
Well, clearly I'm the man standing behind the cash register at EB Games. And I said that was only for pre-orders. Mm-hmm. Only for pre-orders.
And I'm like, I don't fucking pre-order games. What do you think I am, a chump? So I was like, all right, I guess since you don't have this, I'm going to buy a digital graphic novel. I think I'll buy vanilla Portable Ops and maybe something else from fucking this and this and this. And since I was buying Metal Gear games, like at least 2 or 3 Metal Gear games, Jason was like, hold on, I think we got one in the back. So like a nice fucking guy, he actually walks to the back of the EV Games, pulls one out, brings one out to me, gives it to me. It was a super cool moment. I'm like, hey man, as a Metal Gear fan, I super respect this. I'll remember the fucking ring on your finger. I remembered it. It was this weird wolf ring. Yeah, man, you had to wear a weird wolf ring.
I don't wear it anymore.
And then I got a job testing video games in Montreal. And I met this guy. Also there, and I'm like, hey man, do you remember me? I'm the guy that you sold the Metal Gear thing to. And he's like, yeah, I do remember you. So that's how we met, and now he's a test lead, a lead tester at Warner Bros. Montreal. So congratulations to you, man. You did it.
a true small applause.
Anyways, it's a good thing I met you, man. You've always been a good buddy of mine. We've always been kind of close. And now we're having gaming podcasts. It's been a while since I've done a podcast. I used to be on Podcast Derail. They used to host that shit for PSU.com. Now just kind of freestyling solo.
The ultimate derail.
The ultimate derail was the, I guess.
No coming back from that one.
No coming back from Podcast Derailed. So yeah, man, we're meeting today where we wanted to talk about some video games. We wanted to take a break from playing games for the channel to just talk about stuff, to maybe, you know, take a breather. You don't have to watch stuff with your eyeballs. You can just listen with your earballs.
There's a little bit of irony now, since the channel has no content. And the first piece of content anyone will see for the channel is going to be this podcast. No. So we're taking a break from nothing.
It might not be nothing. The first piece of content might be Metal Gear or something.
It might be, but I don't know how quickly you want to put this podcast up. If you want to wait, because it's not going to be timely news anymore.
Let's not talk about it. Let's just, when it happens, and it worked out that way, and that's how we planned it. So, let's start off with we're going to go over some news of the industry. E3 ended maybe 2 weeks ago.
Last week.
2 weeks ago.
Let's
Let's not give this a time, because what if this goes up in a month? So E3 ended in 2014, and we thought
Like every year previous, it ended.
And we thought that we'd go over the biggest games of the show. So there was
Who won?
Yeah, who won for the
won
official
which
Game
awards?
Critics Awards. That's like 29 video game outlets meeting together. There's like a judges panel, and they all vote on stuff like the best of show, the best original game, etc. So all those votes are out now.
How are we gonna do this?
I'll read.
Reverse, or are we ending with best in show, or are we gonna start with best in show?
No, we'll end with best of show.
And
We'll end. I'll
Alright.
read the category. I'll read the winner. We'll have a conversation about
Alright.
that. Here's my problem: is I don't know much about the winner of the category.
don't worry, I will easily
Cool.
openly
Cool.
hate on it for you,
Cool.
and then you'll know
All right.
a little bit more.
So, award number 1: Special Commendation for Innovation.
yeah,
So this is a special award for a super innovative title. An innovative title. Developer that won was Hello Games, guys that also made Joe Danger, I believe. Yep.
no,
No.
these guys are new. They've never made anything.
Are you sure Hello Games never made?
Search it. Look it up right now.
All right. And if Hello Games made Joe Danger, what do you do?
I'm gonna suck your dick on the podcast. So get hard, or don't, because it wasn't them.
Damn. That scared me. So they made Joe Danger,
They did.
Joe Danger
Fuck
2,
me.
and now they're making
All right,
this guy.
well, it's gonna be.
All right. So
this
guys,
podcast is gonna take a different.
I just
Here we go. X-rated. Let's.
Yeah. So Hello Games, like I said, they made Joe Danger, a game I was a big fan of on PS3. They also came out on Xbox 360. Joe Danger 2 came out, then I didn't play that. But now they're making No Man's Sky, which seems to be a procedurally
And
generated.
No Man's Sky was the winner.
Yeah.
For the special commendation for innovation.
Yeah. Did I not say that?
You did not.
My bad.
No
Drum
Man's
roll.
Sky won.
No Man's Sky is
Yeah.
the winner for Special Commendation for Innovation, a PS4 game made by Hello Games.
Does it look like shit, or does it look like shit?
It looks pretty good. It's a procedurally generated game where you're kind of just... it looks like a roguelike almost, where you're just starting off in the wilderness. You kind of have to build stuff, find materials, maybe build a ship, maybe find the ship, then you could just blast off to space, shoot asteroids, chill with some other dudes. It looks pretty 4-player co-op-ish. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure if they mentioned that, but No Man's Sky, pretty promising for an indie game. Now, I know you have a lot of hate for it, but I know your hate only comes from all the hype for it.
No, not true at all.
Yeah.
I hated it the second I started watching the trailer.
Why?
Because it doesn't look good. It doesn't
Why?
Where's the game? What's the game in that video game? Tell me, what's the game?
The game is like a roguelike where you're just kind of exploring. So what's the game in Minecraft?
It's Minecraft is a piece of shit game.
Is it though?
Yeah, it fucking is.
I mean, I'm not that into it, but I mean, a lot of people fucking like Minecraft.
You sit around, you play with Legos all day, do you?
No.
Yeah, well.
When I was a kid,
why-
if I had infinite Legos, I would.
Yeah, but you didn't have infinite Legos.
And also, I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah. So Minecraft sucks dick. And you know why it sucks
Oh,
dick? And you know why
oh.
it's popular? Because of shitty fucking PC gaming. That's why it sucks.
Oh. Okay. So second award. We could turn Jay around on
Nope.
No Man's Sky. Don't worry about it.
maybe.
It'll just
Not
take
PC
some
gaming.
time, guys. If No Man's Sky is a good game, just please comment in the comment section and just say, Jay, you were wrong. Best independent game is No Man's Sky by Hello Games for PS4. I gotta say, man, I'm looking forward to it. It seems like a game, dude. You're not gonna pay $60 for it.
I'm not going to pay a cent for it because I'm not going to play it.
Well, how do you know you won't play it?
Because I won't.
But what if we wanted to play it on this channel?
Well, you could have some fun doing that. And
Alright.
enjoy it, I guess.
So I'm just gonna alert out there. The reason why Jason is my friend is because this guy takes extreme views on video games
Because
sometimes.
we make bets and I suck his dick all the time because
Pretty
I'm
often.
always wrong.
Pretty often.
That's why we're friends.
Jay gets kind of cynical and a little bit hardcore on some games, so you're just gonna have to take that.
Just hate me.
He's a good guy though. He's a good guy. He's
Ugh.
just got hardcore opinions. So No Man's Sky, not his thing. That won Best Independent Game, Best Online Multiplayer for a video game. Won by Evolve.
Evolve.
Made by Turtle Rock, who made...
They're the guy. Well, they're new, I think, but there's the guys who made Left 4 Dead.
That's promising. That's promising. By 2K Games, coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
So basically, everything we've seen about this game, to me at least right now, looks like Left 4 Dead. 4 people, and then 1 person is the enemy. A big boss. So it's 4v1.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean,
that's what the game is.
And it's super pretty, and it looks pretty polished. Why do we want another Left 4 Dead?
Why? Well, we got 2 of them.
Yeah.
And people still play them today.
Yeah.
So, might as well have made a 3rd one.
But
or they could have evolved beyond Left 4 Dead into Evolve.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there's something we don't know, since you weren't at E3 this year, I wasn't at E3 this year. It sucks that we weren't there this year, but we didn't get to play Evolved. We got to watch the show from home like fucking normal people, alright? E3 is just a big waste of time anyways. So, I guess that for best online multiplayer, we weren't there, we didn't try it, we don't know what's so good about it, but what could be good about it? I mean, it looked really intense. Please don't fucking go crazy on this. It's just, I haven't seen anything about Evolve.
Have you played No Man's Sky?
No.
What could be good about it?
No, I mean, sorry. Okay, let me take that back. Evolve just doesn't look too interesting. Evolve just looks kind of cookie cutter with really good graphics and a lot of polish. I might get crucified for saying this, but it just didn't strike me. It might be an amazing game. It might be a phenomenal game. I might be totally wrong. I might have to eat crow, but it just Evolve looks pretty cookie cutter, man.
Here's where you get I can draw a comparison. Nobody liked Destiny.
What?
And then we got to play Destiny.
Right.
And everybody loved Destiny.
Yes.
So it might be the same thing with Evolve, where everybody's like, alright, yeah, Left 4 Dead, that's cool. But you get your hands on it and you're like, nah, it's something special. It's something else.
That's just because Bungie's so smart. Else. Well, that's different. Destiny is a special example. Destiny is like, nobody was hyped for Destiny, and Bungie's like, fucking let them play it and shut the fuck up. Then people got hyped for it after they played it. So the alpha, brilliant move on Bungie's part, the Destiny alpha. Let's go on to the next category. We've got best social/casual/family game, and what won that is Mario Maker, that 2D side scroller game where you can make your own Mario experience. It's coming out for the Nintendo EAD and the Nintendo Wii U.
I don't know what the EAD is. I don't know what that means.
Is it like the eShop? Like
yeah,
the 3DS
probably.
shop?
Yeah, it might be the eShop.
Sure. So it's coming out for that. I don't think that deserves a winning space, and I don't think that's super special. And I also don't think we need. I don't think we need that Mario game. I think that Flash games. I think there's been a ton of Flash games over the past few years that we've already been able to do that. I don't know why Mario Maker is so fucking important here.
It's not, but pick another social, casual, or family game from E3 that was better.
Yeah. Oculus Rift.
That's a hardware.
Well, I don't have a better answer for you.
Exactly. You don't, which is why Mario Maker gets an award.
Okay. So, next up, best strategy game, Civilization Beyond Earth, made by Firaxis and published by 2K Games. Coming out on Linux, OS X, so it's hitting the Mac. So, whoop whoop there. And it's coming out on PC, obviously. Civilization Beyond Earth.
Not for consoles.
Not for consoles. So that's the first straw with Jay and I. I'm okay with just PC games.
Well, here's the thing. It's not going to play well on consoles, so it makes sense that it doesn't come to consoles.
True.
But also, Civilization in space. That's what the game is.
I'm okay with that. That sounds kind of cool.
I guess. If you like Civilization.
A lot of people do.
People do. I wouldn't say a lot.
So people out there, if you like Civilization, then pick up Civilization Beyond Earth. 10 out of 10. Jump Fox Jump. Next up, we've got Best Sports Game. Best Sports Game. A fucking Canada won with NHL 15. Made by EAC. For PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And so that's like all the big platforms.
This is a bit in the social casual family game. I don't think there were many sports games. At E3, there was NHL. There was
Let's
FIFA.
check it out. I've got a laptop right here.
There was some NBA. And that was probably the end of it. There were probably 3 games that were shown. 2 from EA, 1 from 2K, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right. From what I can see here, There was maybe another UFC.
It's true. They did show UFC right before because UFC came out right after. UFC's coming out just after E3.
That's the UFC we were playing today.
Yeah.
So that UFC was the one that we saw Bruce Lee in. Did you pre-order it?
No.
You don't have Bruce Lee?
I don't.
Is he going to be DLC?
He is DLC.
He already is. For how much?
You can buy him 4 times. In each weight class. In 4 different weight classes. There's more than 4 weight classes, but in 4 different weight classes you can buy Bruce Lee. And I think it's $2 each weight class. I could be wrong.
Are you fucking telling me? Wait, hold on. Are you telling me it costs $2 times 4 to own Bruce Lee in all the modes?
Not in all modes, in different weight classes.
So there's Bruce Lee the lightweight and Bruce Lee the heavyweight?
Not heavyweight. There's probably middleweight, lightweight, featherweight, and I forget the stupid fucking names are. But there's probably 150, 170, 155, 145, 135. Those are probably the 3 Bruce Lee weights.
That's such a cash grab.
Yes.
That's
you can also get Royce Gracie.
Grab.
Royce Gracie is the other DLC fighter.
Gracie.
Yeah. He's the other DLC fighter available. You can get him.
I didn't even know that. That's actually really cool. Why didn't they show that instead of Bruce Lee? He's like the father of MMA.
Because EA sucks.
Damn, shots fired. All right. So, yeah, and what do you think about that UFC game? I mean, you showed it a bit to me today. I think graphically and presentation-wise, phenomenal. Other than that, gameplay-wise, I can't speak. Jay?
Very pretty game. There are lots and lots of videos online right now about all the crazy glitches that are in the game. Even today when I was doing a Condit versus GSP match, and GSP had taken me down like the bitch GSP is. Condit was all trying to get on his arms and knees to stand up, and his hands were clipping into his elbows, full on. And I was just like, yeah, that's some glitches. That's some graphical glitches. But
they promised no more clipping.
Well, they lied. And
but they said that was the way they...
very pretty game. Very pretty game. Very pretty animations. It's a little jerky, but I definitely like the way it looks. Playing it, a little frustrating, but that's more on me because I don't really understand how the ground game works. I don't know how to defend takedowns. I don't know how to stand up once I'm taken down. And those are 2 big parts of the game. That's like 50% of the game right there, stand up and takedown. So I get frustrated on that. I made a fighter. I called him Chocolate Al.
Is he black?
No, he's white.
Thank God he's not black.
If you know anything about UFC, and if you don't, here's a fun story.
Let's do it.
There is a fighter who's retired now, and his name was Chuck Liddell.
Right.
That was his name. And back when he fought, one time a reporter brought
Iceman?
He was the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, that was his name. A reporter brought his daughter to hang out with Chuck Liddell for the weekend. And they hung out, and he was doing a story on Chuck. And then on Monday, when the girl went back to school and she was like 6 years old, they said, draw a picture of what you did on the weekend. And the girl drew a picture of Chuck Liddell, and she wrote on it, I spent the weekend with Chocolate Al. Because they kept referring to him as Chuck Liddell. But the 6-year-old girl didn't understand what that was, and she was just like Chocolate Al.
That's adorable.
And so it's a very funny thing to me to think about Chocolate Al. Every time I see Chuck Liddell, I call him Chocolate Al. And
I'm down. Okay, guys.
I got to make a fighter. The first thing I did was I made a fighter, and I called him Chocolate Al.
Want to be a JumpFoxJump fan every time you see Chocolate Al. Chuck Liddell. Fucking call him Chocolate Al.
Chocolate Al. And he won't even know.
No, he won't even know.
He thinks you're saying Chuck Liddell.
All right. So that's for Best Online Multiplayer Evolve 1. We went on kind of a tangent there. Sorry, we're talking about Mario Maker. Next up is Best Racing Game. NHL 15 had won Best Sports Game. Sorry, I'm all mixed up here. So Best Racing Game goes to The Crew by Ivory Tower and Reflections, published by Ubisoft for PC, PS4, Xbox One. Any thoughts on The Crew?
They're doing like that thing with the multiplayer where you can like sync up with your crew and then race and take down other crews. I remember this from last year's E3.
You just blew my mind because I don't know what the fuck The Crew is, and I didn't expect us to have any commentary for The Crew. But go on.
I don't know anything about The Crew from this year's E3 because I'm boycotting Ubisoft.
Okay.
So I did not watch the Ubisoft press conference. I did not watch the Ubisoft press conference. So I don't know what they showed for the crew, and I don't give a fuck about what they showed for the crew. But I remember from the E3 before what they showed, and it was like you make a crew of racers and you team up online to go against other crews.
Okay.
I don't fully understand how you take them down aside from just racing.
Okay.
But that's what the game is about.
All right, best fighting game, and eat a dick. It's called Super Smash Brothers for Wii U, not for Nintendo 3DS. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U was the winning game there, made by Sora and Namco Bandai. Sora was that company that previously made Smash Bros. Games, but now it's being published. No, sorry, developed by Namco Bandai. A bit weird, still published on Nintendo though. So alarm bells there, but Sakurai is still working on the game, which makes me happy. That one, best fighting game. And my only response to that is, what other fighting games were contending it?
It's very clear that the only way Nintendo can win anything at E3 is if nobody competes with them.
Mm-hmm. So there was no other fighting games
there was the Smash Brothers on the 3DS.
Yeah.
So they beat themselves.
I love Smash Brothers. I'm just going to posit that. I just want to let you know that, but I think Jay has a point here. The reason why nothing else won Best Fighting Game, like, there was no Street Fighter shown, there was no Tatsunoko versus Kakarokuru shown, there was nothing in terms of... Mortal Kombat 10. That did not win.
There was a trailer.
That was not on the show floor?
There was no gameplay. There was a trailer for Mortal Kombat.
Well, there was the gameplay trailer at the Sony E3 press conference.
There was a
gameplay trailer.
There was a trailer. There was no gameplay shown.
Yeah, there was gameplay on two different characters. There was that bug girl fighting the big guy and the little girl on his back, and there was Sub-Zero fighting
Scorpion. I thought that was a couple days later, but I could be wrong.
It was a couple of days after that trailer.
Anyway. All right. Well, it beat alpha footage of...
That was shown at
alpha footage of Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah. No, yeah, sure. That was shown at the press conference, though, so that still counts. I agree that it beats it. I am so stoked for Super Smash Brothers.
I disagree that Super Smash Brothers is a fighting game.
Yeah.
But it should be in the family social game, party game.
I think Smash Bros. has fucking risen above and beyond to the fighting game genre. I think it's so fucking good that it deserves to win that award. Even though there wasn't any other Street Fighter game there. I think that Smash Bros. Is so fucking good. Not only does it deserve to win that award, even though I was disappointed with the characters that they unveiled for the game, I think it deserves to be there, and I don't think we should look down on the on this award just because Smash Bros. Won. I think that Smash Bros. Has finally got to that point where you should recognize it as like a really competent...
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're a super hater.
Yeah.
We've covered this. They don't know this.
What did they do? What did they do? They introduced a new mode for competition so you could play with stupid fucking rules that you have to implement so that everybody can have real fighting game. That's not what Smash Brothers is.
That sounds
Smash
dumb.
Brothers is random fucking power-up bullshit, and that's what it is. It's a party game for kids.
What the fuck?
That's Nintendo.
Alright, so I don't accept that, just positing that, but I think that Smash Bros. Deserve to win that. I don't know if it's a super random game for kids. Smash Bros. Gets super deep. I know that Jay's just a big hater, that's why I love him, but Smash Bros. Never been his thing. That's fine, it's not for everybody, including some fighting game fans. Like, you'll find a Street Fighter fan that will not pick up Smash Bros. And vice versa. Some Smash Bros. Fans not
Smash
big.
Bros. Fans are not fighting game fans.
Yeah. I find that usually.
They're not.
Usually that's the case.
They're not. They're Smash Bros. Fans.
Exactly.
They love Nintendo and they want to suck off the ice climbers. Get the fuck out.
I am the girl.
They want to just fucking...
Alright. So, best RPG, Jason.
Who were the fucking characters they announced? Anyway, like Sonic's in there.
No.
Mega Man's in there.
No, that's last E3. This E3, new characters for Smash Brothers.
Who are those fucking four guys who aren't Nintendo properties that are fucking in there?
What? You mean on the new Smash Brothers?
Yeah, there's 4 non-Nintendo characters. Mega Man.
Yeah.
Mega Man. Sonic.
There's Mega Man and Sonic in terms of not Nintendo characters. Damn, I don't know. You stumped me there.
I saw a picture. I saw a screenshot.
Okay, so can we go through a list of the confirmed characters?
Let's go through the list of characters.
Mario, Donkey Kong, Link,
Fuck,
Samus,
Fuck.
I love you, Samus, Kirby. Oh, Fox. Jump Fox Jump!
good
Pikachu!
That's the worst.
Bowser!
Terrible.
Pit! Thank you. Villager!
Even worse.
Thank you. Mega Man!
Hey! Mega Man!
Wii Fit Trainer! What the fuck is going on here?
She's pretty, but you can also be the guy.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn. Pikmin and Olimar.
Nah. Luigi? It's over.
Peach?
Yeah. She's
Cunt.
pretty. She's pretty.
Cunt!
Very pretty.
Sorry. Toon Link.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Alright, alright.
Marth. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I won't.
Rosalina and Luma. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit. That was one of the new characters unveiled at the
Who
E3.
are they?
It's in Super Mario Galaxy. She's the queen of
so
everything.
there's no Peach?
Yeah, there's Peach too.
Peach is in Galaxy?
I don't know. There's Peach and Rosalina.
In Galaxy.
Oh, I don't know.
Alright.
Is there Peach in Galaxy? Is that your question?
Yeah, that's my question.
Don't think so.
Fuck.
Alright, Zelda's making it as her own separate character. She's no longer Sheik and Zelda.
So Mario saves Rosalina in Galaxy?
And he's doing it for Rosalina, right?
She's not in trouble?
No, I think she told him, hey, go do this. Shit's hitting the fan, right?
And he's like, so long, Peach. And he's
Yeah, he's like, peace.
take it off, Peach. I'm gonna go fucking...
Sorry, Mario, your princess is on another planet. No, I don't think that happens. There's King Dedede.
Just keep going.
That's a Kirby villain.
I know.
There's Lucario from Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's Little Mac. Respect.
Nope.
Respect.
Not
There's
anymore.
Diddy Kong.
Not anymore. No more respect.
There's now.
No,
there's a lot
wait.
of
No,
respect.
let's talk about how there's no more respect for Little Mac. Because in the NES Punch-Out, respect. Little Mac, awesome, great soundtrack. And then they fucking bring out Punch-Out on the
On the
Wii.
Wii, it sucked.
And it was awful.
It was awful.
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 No more respect.
That's where it ended?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so then we got Diddy Kong. Hasn't been in a bad game, has he?
Yeah, every game is in.
And then we've got Zero Suit Samus. Zero Suit Samus, not
Also-
cool.
Also pretty.
Oh, terrible. One of the worst characters in Smash Brothers. Samus was cool when she was in her armor, and she was a badass fucking bitch, not some... Well, that sounds really derogatory.
Whoa, Zero Suit Samus is from Zero Mission, isn't it?
Zero Mission.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Who cares?
I'm just
It was
saying,
a good game.
it wasn't a Smash Brothers
Yeah,
thing.
and she was never supposed to be a character.
It was a Metroid thing.
Technically, a Metroid thing was regular Samus Aran in a bikini.
Are
Why
you
isn't that in
not?
Smash
Are
Brothers?
you not fully like on board with Nintendo makes this game to sell other Nintendo products?
No, I'm not. I'm not on board on that with that at all.
All right.
So next up is Sheik.
I don't know who that is.
My character. She's Zelda dressed up as a boy. From Ocarina of Time.
Keep going.
Let's just keep going. Then we got Larsa. Then we've got Charizard.
More Pokemon.
That's pretty cool.
Is
Then
that-
we've got
is
Greninja, which is the third evolution of the water Pokemon.
So more Pokemon.
Yeah, so
alright,
more Pokemon.
alright.
We've got Ike, who is the badass Fire Emblem character.
Who is the other Fire Emblem character?
Marth.
He's not badass?
And then...
Marth isn't badass?
And then we've got... we also had Roy in Melee, who was the badass one, replaced by Ike in Brawl. Then we got the Mii fighters. They showed that you can now fight with your Mii characters.
What a terrible thing.
Yeah, one's like a fighter, one's a blaster, one's like a swordsman. Then we've got Palutena.
What the fuck is a blaster?
She's... Then we've got Palutena.
What's a blaster? I'm
A
serious.
blaster is like a charged shot, kind of like Mega Man or Samus.
I see.
Then we got Palutena.
Don't know who that is.
That's like the goddess in Zelda Skyward Sword.
It's not Zelda?
Again.
Was there a
Again.
Zelda game that didn't have Zelda?
No. Pac-Man.
And Pac-Man.
Yeah, and Pac-Man.
So there it is. Namco has Pac-Man, Sega has Sonic, Capcom has Mega Man, and Nintendo has Mario. And all those four characters fucking hated each other. Hated each other in the 1990s.
It's true. It's true, but now they're all working together in Smash Bros. To bring us one cool
Now
game.
they're all fucking each other in the shower.
I'm just waiting.
In Smash Brothers. They're pumping each other in the shower.
I'm sorry?
They're pumping each other in the shower.
So I'm just waiting for Smash Brothers because I'm actually a big fan and I can't wait for that game.
I hate you if you buy it.
So next up on the list, we've got what the fuck? I went too far. We got Best RPG, which is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Whoa, microphone fell. No, the thing that went too far was Smash Brothers with the inclusion of non-characters.
Okay, so Dragon Age Inquisition, we still like that, even though it's made by
You
BioWare.
don't like it. I like it. You just went off on how you didn't
Yeah,
like it.
PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I don't trust it after. I don't listen, man. Listen, man. I was a big fan of fucking Dragon Age Origins, and then Dragon Age 2 ruined my fucking heart on for it. I find the Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't trust them anymore.
Listen,
I don't trust them anymore.
When we stop talking, we're gonna watch the trailer.
Okay.
And you're gonna be like, yes.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
Yes.
I hope you're right.
And I'm gonna be blowing you while you do it, and it'll be fucking.
Well, yeah, because you owe me a blowjob.
I do. So I'm gonna do it while you're watching the trailer. That's Pavlovian training. Because now you're going to associate Inquisition with blowjobs.
And then I'll like it.
And then you'll like it.
Do you give head very well?
I don't break eye contact.
Just shave your beard and we'll talk.
Nope.
Okay, so then we've got Best Action Adventure Game is Batman Arkham Knight, made by Rocksteady. Published by Warner Brothers!
So you know this is Game of Show, right? Yeah. Because it's a Warner Brothers property, and it's top. I don't know, did you see it? The stuff with the car combat?
Looks okay.
Start with the car combat, looks fun. Looks
Shooting,
right.
not my thing with the car. Car driving around the city, very cool. I understand that you're probably not even allowed to give your opinion on this game.
Well, no, my opinion is that it's the best game of the show, and that Warner Brothers is quality products. That's my opinion.
I think Arkham Knight looks alright, man. I haven't played Arkham Origins yet. I got the Platinum in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, so that's just a testament to how much I've played the both of them. I haven't played Origins yet. That's actually one of my next games to play. But Arkham Knight still not sold.
Yo, it's the best action adventure game.
It's true.
Get sold.
But it's not the best action game because the best action game is Evolve by Turtle Rock. This is again.
Somehow this is a different category.
Once again, all these categories voted on by the judges panel at E3.
I don't even understand what these categories mean though.
Yeah. Because best action game could be almost anything on that list.
It truly is.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, truly is anything on that list, and Evolve won again.
So this gives you another tip into what the best in show is going to be.
I guess. So Evolved wins. Turtle Rock 2.
Well, what names have we heard more than once so far?
Evolve.
And No Man's Sky.
And No Man's Sky.
So far, those are the 2 award winners. So far.
You know, that sounds sad.
Yeah, I mean, like, if fucking Smash Brothers wasn't around, maybe they could have given that to Evolve.
for fucking best fighting game. Okay, so action adventure game, we've got Batman. Then best action game, we've got Evolve. Best hardware / peripheral, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Oculus Rift wins again. I think it's deservedly so because they've been making it like.
How did Oculus Rift not win for best social game? Because it's Facebook now. Facebook owns Oculus Rift.
Answer that, Zuckerberg. I've heard that it's been making strides. Every firmware released for the Oculus Rift apparently adds huge improvements. Before, things were pixelated, couldn't run very well, the graphics were shoddy. Now, 2 years later, our graphics using Oculus are phenomenal, and they showed it off this year at E3. Apparently, it looks super good, works super well. This thing is almost ready. I'm excited.
I'm not. It's as shitty as 3D was. Remember when 3D was like, everybody's got to get 3D TVs and PS3 and X360 and 3D, and nobody gave a fuck 2 years later, and a lot of people bought expensive TVs that they don't fucking use.
That's true.
And that's what Oculus Rift is. How much does that thing cost?
I don't think that's
what How much does that thing cost?
I'm not sure.
$300? $400? $800?
$800? I'm not sure what it costs, but I know that I want to play it. Well, how about this, man? There's also the Morpheus being made for the PS4.
Yeah.
Hey, same concept.
Not sold.
If it not
interested.
What if it's $100
and
you can add really good virtual reality to your games?
What game am I playing? What game am I playing?
You're playing Killzone Shadowhunt, and it has full virtual surround sound support.
Not fun.
Surround sound, virtual reality.
It better have surround sound.
Yeah, better.
Doesn't look good to me.
Okay. Killzone Shadowhunt?
Those are experiences, not games.
Okay, so I never played my PlayStation Move.
There's a distinction there between an experience and a game.
Yeah. What's the distinction?
One is something that is fun and is done for enjoyment, and the other one is an experience. It's just something that happens. Could be terrible, could be neat. What I hear a lot about Oculus Rift is, oh, fuck, it's so cool. And then the second time you put it on, you're like, yeah, it's still the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
It's still this.
I heard that the Oculus Rift used to be really cool, but laggy and pixelated, and now the lag is gone, the frame rate's up to par, and that games look super good on it. They figured out the tech.
But you're over it, because
I'm not.
What is it? It's a gimmick.
I'm not there yet. I don't think so.
Diminishing returns on the Oculus Rift.
I think 3D was a gimmick. I don't think virtual reality is a gimmick. I think that's where we're heading to. No,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing done in a different way. Yeah, sure. Just like 3D was done, just like technically if it's the same thing, then virtual reality was done with the red and blue glasses. And just like that didn't catch on, it did for a few years, I guess. I feel like we're only going to realize 3D when we did motion control. Would you say that motion control is here now to stay? Motion control for the Power Glove, technically.
No, where? How is motion control here to stay? What's here with the motion control? What's the last motion control game you played?
Maybe we passed our console where motion control was most prominent. Like maybe the Wii was the most splash-making machine that fucking had motion control. But the last thing I played with motion control, not a good list. Like I was saying just there, like I didn't play my Move very much. I don't think that for the PlayStation or Xbox, motion control has been a thing. You're seeing Kinect now removed from the Xbox One bundle, because I think motion control is going away for like part of the package. Or maybe it's just too early. Maybe Kinect is ahead of its time. Who the fuck knows?
We know. It's terrible. Nobody wants it.
Maybe.
Nobody wants it. People bought the Nintendo Wii not because of the motion controls. They bought it because it was fucking fad.
Yeah.
Tickle Me Elmo shit. Tickle Me Elmo wasn't a revolutionary toy. It wasn't the thing that made kids smile the most.
I'm sorry, did you tickle Elmo?
I did.
And?
And? He and then he fucking vibrated.
And depending on where you hold Elmo on your body, listen, all I'm saying
that's a fun time.
I'm saying...
But I don't want to tickle Elmo and listen to that creepy crap just to like fucking get my junk off. Like, I don't need that. I can just fucking plug in Metal Gear Solid 1, go to the fucking title screen, test rumble control, and my fucking controller is off, man. Like,
okay, so Oculus Rift for you does not win best hardware peripheral, but Tickle Me Elmo / Metal Gear Solid 1 up there.
No, not Tickle Me Elmo.
Okay, best hardware / peripheral, Metal Gear Solid 1 main menu.
Rumble test. It had weak and strong.
Wins 2014.
Best of E3.
Best hardware peripheral. Okay, all right.
The DualShock 1 controller.
All right, so best hardware / peripheral for JumpFoxJump, the Metal Gear Solid 1 main menu rumble test with a DualShock 1 controller. Best PC game from the now we're switching back to the judges, the E3 judges. Best PC game is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Made by Ubisoft Montreal, folks from our hometown.
All I know about this game is that it's a Rainbow Six game.
Yeah.
I found out that this game existed when we read this headline.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I thought they showed it off and I thought it looked pretty good.
I don't know. Wait a minute, Ubisoft?
Yeah.
I'm boycotting those fuckers. And I didn't watch the press conference, so that's why I don't know about
Coming
it.
out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Next game, best handheld / mobile game. Oh, that's a stupid category. Why are you comparing handheld and mobile games?
Because mobile has to have its thing.
Okay, so give it to mobile. Don't mix handheld and mobile game. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, guess what won?
What?
Guess.
I'm gonna guess, because I've seen the list.
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS won best handheld game.
How fucking terrible is that?
I think you know what? You're right. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I got a question, actually.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers, you use the C-stick, right?
On Melee. No more C-stick anymore, motherfuckers.
No?
No more C-stick anymore.
On the Wii U, you think it's going to use the right thumbstick?
I think they're going to do some retarded shit where you're going to be able to touch the gamepad and do some crazy smashes. I think they're going to implement like the touchscreen. I think they're going to implement a bunch of stupid shit. For fuck's sake, they're implementing toys.
Not at all a random party game for children.
Children.
Anyway. Yeah, but the toys is like, that makes sense. Like, I think every company, if they were smart, would do something like that. Like, fucking Skylanders, beauty. They did that, took off.
So smart.
Made so much money.
So much?
Great for them. Fucking Spyro the Dragon.
Spyro.
He's the first
was
Skylander.
Dead.
He's the first Skylander.
They took a franchise that was dead and turned it into a cash cow. How the fuck?
And then Disney turned around and said, hey, we'll do the same thing. Not making as much money. weird.
Aren't they?
But they're making money, but not as much as Skylanders is. And Skylanders even kind of fucking dead. Yeah, I do. Anyway, and what? Disney Infinity 2. Because that's the thing. Disney Infinity 1 wasn't good enough, so
Surprising
Disney Infinity 2.
to think that these Skylanders toys make more money than actual Disney toys. Surprising.
Because you gotta buy stuff.
Yeah.
You buy the Skylanders little fucking deck,
Yeah.
and you put that in your system, and then the kid's like, oh, Disney Infinity, I gotta buy the little deck for the disc reader. The parents like, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, kid. What are you talking about? 2 years ago, we bought you all these random swap force.
Anyway.
Oh.
But Skylanders is cool if you're a kid. Disney is cool if you're a kid. You know, Nintendo would be cool too if you were a kid.
Yeah, I guess. Nintendo was cool when we were kids, actually.
And not anymore. And that's why Smash Brothers is for kids. And not
Listen,
adults.
this is the opinions of a test lead at Warner Brothers. I do not in any way have the same opinions as Jay. I like Smash Brothers, but he's a pretty smart guy. He knows what he's talking about, which is why I had him on. He's just very bitter.
I don't get dates. So
So
I take it out on the rest of the world.
Best PC game won by Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I just said this. Best console game. Best console game of all of E3, Jay.
Wait, so we're okay.
No, we did the best handheld. I'm just retarded.
All right, and then we skip back over.
Best
All right.
console game. All of E3.
This is gonna decide. This is the major hint for who's gonna win.
Best
in
game
show.
at E3.
Yeah.
I don't understand. How did Evolve win again? Wasn't Phantom Pain there? Wasn't like
Here's what's weird.
Destiny there
Here's what's
playable?
weird. Here's what's really weird. Man, Tom Clancy Rainbow Six must have been a really good game to have beaten Evolve on PC.
That never makes sense. That never makes sense.
How good is Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege? How good is that game that it won on PC, even though it's coming for PS4 and Xbox One? But did not win for consoles.
But wait, here's the crazy thing: is that the best PC game was Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, and it's coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. And Evolve is also coming out on PS4 and Xbox One, but that won Best of Show.
But Evolve is also coming for PC.
Does Evolve suck on PC?
Does it suck on PC?
Maybe that's
that
what
doesn't
happens.
make any sense because it's the Left 4 Dead devs. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay, so
how good is Rainbow Six Siege on PC, but just failed on the fucking consoles?
Okay, but that's the Critics Award. Fuck the E3 critics. It's a bunch of fucking amazing video game journalists that all get together and just...
Because we all know Warner Brothers properties should have won all the awards.
Well, no, here's the thing, is it's voted by almost 30 different outlets.
Yeah.
You cannot have a one fucking smart opinion made by 30 different outlets. 30 people.
Especially when we consider how fucking terrible the media coverage is for video games. How terrible it is. It's so bad.
Mostly bad.
It's so bad.
Mostly pretty bad.
Like 30 outlets, 28 of them are terrible.
Yeah.
The 2 that aren't terrible are not good. They're not good. They're not good.
30 outlets, 20 bad ones.
28 bad ones.
Yeah. So,
including the one we're getting this news from.
Yeah. I guess then next up for Best Original Game, we've got No Man's Sky. Once again, Hello Games. We talked about No Man's Sky. It's the same freaking 5 games coming up every fucking.
So let's count it. Let's count it out. No Man's Sky, 3 awards.
Yeah.
Evolve,
like 4 or 5.
3 awards.
4.
3. It would have been 4 except fucking Tom Clancy sniping.
Yes.
Sniping the PC.
Yes.
Sniping the PC Best in Show. Anyway. What does this leave? This leaves Best in Show.
Best in Show.
Best in Show.
The best game of E3 2014 as voted by the judges.
Mario Maker.
Evolve. Coming out on the PC, PS4, Xbox Bone. Yeah.
I'm going to buy an Xbox One, by the way. I haven't yet, but I will because they announced the Halo collection.
Yeah, and I can imagine you want to get funky with Halo 2.
Which, by the way, you and I are finally going to fucking play.
Maybe.
We're finally going to do it.
Maybe we can do it.
You say yes.
I say no, I'm not going to own that big hardware.
No, you're not going to own it. You're going to play it.
Yeah, I'll play it with you.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Then look forward to Halo episodes on JumpFoxJump.
All 3 games of the trilogy.
I did not promise that.
It's gonna happen though.
Oh. So that wraps up the hey, look forward to it, man. All 3 games, Halo trilogy, one day. I guess that wraps up the E3 awards. Let's just do some more recent news.
Let's talk about E3 for a little bit. What was your opinion of this year's E3?
Not as good as last year, although hardware developers, hardware manufacturers had to come out with guns blazing this year, because last year they showed their machines. This year they're like, and this is what we have for it. My opinion, I think Sony won. I think Sony had the most games that I wanted to play. One of the biggest games on their show was Bloodborne for me, made by From Software. I cannot wait for that one. Other than that, Microsoft...
So that's just the next Dark Souls,
yes,
right?
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yes, and Microsoft had a very good stage presence. And they opened up showing a lot of the same bullshit. They showed Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Forza, and like, good job, Microsoft. Why don't you show something, new? They showed kind of a lot of games, actually. They showed a lot of games we wanted to play, and I thought that was pretty cool. Then Nintendo also had a cool conference.
Nope.
No? I think Nintendo had a cool conference, man. I think the way they addressed their fans...
Every single year...
It wasn't amazing.
Every single year, Nintendo only has games for fans of Nintendo.
Okay, it wasn't amazing.
Every single year. They're like, alright, are you guys ready? Smash Brothers!
Yeah.
And people who don't care about Smash Brothers are like, what's next? And they're like, Zelda!
Yeah.
And people who don't care about Zelda are like, what's next? What do you got for me? And they're like, Mario! And people are like, what do you have
here's the thing
that's going to make me buy your system?
And those games still sell phenomenally well, except for the Wii U.
Well, they don't. Well, yeah. Exactly.
Except for now we hit this roadblock.
That train is done.
Maybe. Now we hit this fucking roadblock where Nintendo actually has to break out of their mold and actually be pretty interesting compared to their usual boring E3 press conferences. This year they had like a funny comedic one done via their Nintendo Direct. Wasn't that amazing? But they had a lot of games in that conference that I wanted to play. The new Zelda open world, that's all people keep saying, and it annoys me. I actually get annoyed when people are like...
Listen, by the way, everyone got super fucking hard for the
Zelda
trailer, and that trailer was shit. That trailer was
I
pure
agree
shit.
with you.
Look how beautiful it looked.
I love Zelda, and I want to fucking put it out there. I cannot wait for this next Zelda game, but people really freaked out for that trailer for no reason.
And, it's not even Link.
It's going to be open world. Oh, guess what? Games were super open world 10 years ago.
Weren't all the Zelda games fucking open world ever?
They would funnel you into an area and then funnel you out of 1 or 2 exits, and then you could go to the next place. But they were pretty much open world.
Fucking NES Zelda
was open world with dungeons. Exactly.
Legend of Zelda.
Was it pretty open worldish?
Get out.
Exactly.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Not a selling point. Not a selling point.
Get out.
We're still here.
And define open world. Are you going to be going around fucking... Are there going to be NPCs and you're going to fucking jack them and then steal their horses?
Yeah.
And then the police are going to come chasing after you?
Police.
And you're going to get a wanted level?
The popo.
Nah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
No.
Not even a little.
Probably not. But I still think that Nintendo... I am looking forward to that Zelda. Nintendo's conference was still good. They did not announce enough Smash Bros. Characters that I wanted. So I'm pretty upset on that front. As for everybody else, I think Sony had the best conference. I don't know about you. I think Microsoft not acknowledging that they just a week or two before E3 they removed Kinect from the package. I think them not acknowledging that was smart on their part. They're not acknowledging any of their weaknesses. Microsoft, this is the 4th time they've gone back on their plan for the Xbox One. They didn't acknowledge it at all. Which is smart because that's how the company seems weakest. And I think from being so arrogant, they came out of E3 looking pretty good. I think that Sony had a lot to show. Sony did a fucking good job. Nintendo had not too much to show, but did a good job on the presentation. That's where I come off. So I'm happy. Overall, E3 2014, I'm happy. Not enough new IPs though, except for Sony. Sony's show almost every demonstration was a new IP, and then most of them were exclusive. Sony absolutely nailed it, I think. Sony absolutely nailed it. I think that they had so many exclusives and new IPs, but Sony were the only ones. As for if you own just a Wii U or if you own just an Xbox One, I don't know if this E3 was for you, but hey, if you got a PS4, a lot to be excited for. Not enough Vita games. Did you notice the terrible, terrible, terrible presence of the Vita?
That handheld is very dead. Like, it's very weird how there's no support like the PSP had support. Like, the PSP had RPGs, and it had Monster Hunter. And then the Vita came out, and it doesn't have RPGs, and it doesn't have Monster Hunter.
No.
I'm still really want Vita TV, though.
Yeah.
I really want the Vita TV.
Yeah.
And that's mainly so I can play PSP and Vita games, what few there are, and PS1 classics.
The Vita TV looks great. You want to just explain like what the Vita TV does?
It lets you play PS Vita, PSP, and PS1 classics on your TV.
Which is pretty sweet. And also it does that remote play thing where if you have your PS4 in your basement and you have a Vita TV connected to a TV in your bedroom 2 floors up, depending on if you live in a giant house. But you can actually remote play your PS...
depend. If you got concrete walls, that might not work so well either.
You might be able you might be able to remote play your PS4 games to a nearby television in your bathroom or something crazy like that, and that's pretty cool. Remote play works pretty well. I just like the option of playing your PS4 games from wherever the hell else in your house. It kind of works like an Apple TV.
Oh, and also the Vita games on the TV you play with the DualShock.
Yes, that's
so all the touchscreen functionality is very weirdly mapped to
the touchpad.
No. The DualShock 3.
The DualShock 4 surely.
The Vita's been out for the Vita TV's been out for over a year in Japan.
Okay, hold up.
So it was on the DualShock 3.
Oh boy.
So
surely both.
So the touchpad is mapped to
weird,
like you hold down 2 shoulder buttons and then you use the thumbsticks, I think. It's weird. Like it brings up a touchpad on the screen or something. It's very weird.
That does sound very weird.
It's very weird.
Very weird.
But you don't want it for that. You want it for your PSP games and you want it for your PS1 classics.
Yeah, and other than that, no other Vita games showing off.
Listen, it's $100. Just fucking buy it.
Yeah. I'm going to take a look at Vita games at E3 2014. But other than that, not too much showing up for that platform, although I do really enjoy my Vita.
God, what a terrible website.
Yeah, that was not a good website. So, other than that, Jay, you have any thoughts of E3 2014?
Slightly disappointed. I remember I was in a conference room on a conference call, and I could see out the window to a tester who had the EA conference up, and I came out of the conference room and I walked over to him and he tried to hide that he was watching the conference, because you're not supposed to watch conferences,
okay.
even though it's okay. But he wanted to hide. He wanted to look like he was working, and I walked up to him and I said, "Did they show Mirror's Edge yet?" And he was like, "Nah." And I'm like, "All right," and I walked away. But then they did show Mirror's Edge, and I was happy.
Hey, so you want me to run you through a list of all the Vita games shown at E3 2014?
Maybe some of them.
Okay, I can do all of them because there's fucking like 10. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, new and tasty. It's a remake of an old Oddworld game. It's cross-buy for PS4.
The first Oddworld
game. Sure. So who gives... I mean, I like those games, but not that much. Danganronpa 2.
Well, there's a sequel.
Natural Doctrine.
Nope.
Tales of Hearts R.
That's a sequel.
That's
a Tales game. Tales of Hearts R. Game. It is there's an RPG.
Okay.
I remember them showing that. I remember them saying, "We have a new Tales game." And people were like, "Ah."
Are we giving that the benefit of the doubt?
I'm not. I hate the Tales games. It might be fun, but they're too much and they're long.
Okay.
I don't.
And every year,
there's a lot of.
That's
them.
insane.
Look at it. What kind of Tales of Hearts are?
Yeah.
Like, does that mean that we've gone through
we've gone through
ABC
so
all the way to R? Like, what does
Tales
that
of Hearts are? That's retarded. That's true.
Too many. There's a lot.
Next up, a really good game, Hotline Miami 2, wrong number. I don't know if it's good yet. I have full faith in Devolver, though, the publisher and developer, so I'm really looking forward to Hotline Miami 2, but that's also coming out on PS4, so whatever. Then we've got Counter Spy. Then this amazing one, the Grim Fandango remake.
Fuck that.
That's cool.
Get out of here. Tim Schafer can eat a dick.
Oh my god. Then we've got Entwined, which should also be out right now. Maybe later. Then we've got Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham,
which is a Warner Brothers game and an excellent game.
Oh my lord. We've got Real Fishing Masters Challenge as well.
The Batman 3 is in space. It's in space.
Why?
Because they've done 2 on Earth.
Yeah.
So now they went into space. All the superheroes are there.
Why?
Because it's in space.
I don't know. So other than that, for E3 opinions.
Oh, also Destiny was great. Like the alpha, we
didn't talk much about
I
that.
played the alpha for about 40 minutes, but I thought it was a lot of fun.
I played the alpha until the level cap, which was like 9, 8, and super fun.
Now Donovan hasn't played Halo, so Donovan doesn't.
I've played Halo.
Donovan doesn't know.
I don't know that much about Halo, but I've definitely played Halo.
When he turns around and he says it's super fun, what he means from a guy who has a Halo tattoo, is it felt a lot like Halo, which is great because Halo is fucking fun.
Yeah, I guess it did feel a lot like Halo. I don't know why. I mean, I know exactly what Halo plays like, and I guess it did feel like that. Artistically, I guess it does as well. So if it feels like Halo, that's fine. I love that it's a mix of World of Warcraft, Borderlands, and Halo.
Because Halo 4 was garbage.
Oh.
Pure garbage. Because it wasn't made by Bungie.
No, 343 games on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this seems like a really cool mix of Borderlands and Halo. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that.
And big ups on Bungie for putting the alpha out.
Yes, it was such a good idea. They were just like, hey, nobody's really hyped about our game. Why don't we make people play our game for free and then make them just shut the fuck up about all the other games at E3 because our game is phenomenal. And that's exactly what they did. They released their alpha about 2 or 3 days after the Sony press conference, and it was genius. All PlayStation Plus members or all members? All members.
No, you had to sign up.
You had to... No.
Yes.
They actually sent out the beta to everybody on the last 2 days. I never signed up.
Yeah, you did. I signed you up. We were on the phone, and you were like, are we going to play the alpha? I'm like, you have to sign up. And you were like, no. And I went to the page, and I was like, what's your gamer tag?
Oh, that's funny.
Or your PSN ID, I guess.
Oh, that's funny.
And I entered it for you.
But I know that...
I signed you up.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. I didn't even know. But I know that on the last day, on Sunday, they opened it up to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a good idea, man. It was like, hey, play our game. You'll see how good it is, and then stop complaining, mother.
And that comes in September, and it'll be Game of the Year.
Maybe. But also, speaking about Destiny, a while back, Bungie was accused of having this super huge budget for the game, and that still the voice acting was weird, and that they couldn't really nail the talent on the game. They were accused of having spent $500 million. There was a rumor that came out saying Destiny costed $500 million to make. Recently, Bungie has thwarted that rumor by saying that it did not cost anywhere near $500 million. This is coming from CEO Bobby Kotick.
Well, that's the Activision CEO.
Right, Bungie.
No, Activision.
Right. Oh, who are
Bungie
publishing
are the
Bungie.
devs. Activision is the publisher.
Right.
He's the CEO of Activision.
Right.
Not the Bungie CEO.
What did I say?
You said Bungie came out and said from the CEO.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Kotick.
My bad.
The CEO Kotick is Activision.
I was just kind of trying to read and formulate sentences at the same time.
Just clearing it up.
So Kotick's quote was that if you're making a $500 million bet, you can't take that chance with someone else's IP. The stakes for us are getting bigger. Close quotations. He's just denying that any game of that stature would cost $500 million, because of course it wouldn't cost $500 million because it's fucking not Avatar. He's saying that it's too much of a risk, too much of a gamble.
He's saying it's too much of a risk for an IP that they don't own.
Yeah.
Like, they would do that with Call of Duty.
Right.
They would spend $500 million on Call of Duty.
Right.
And they would make it back.
They maybe would make it back.
30 million?
They would actually make it back.
30 million copies sold in 2 days?
Yeah. No. Like 7 million copies sold in 2 days. But still, yeah, they would make it back.
I think it's 30 million, but whatever.
No, but it's definitely not 30 million. But yeah, they would definitely make it back somewhat. We were talking about the PlayStation Vita TV. Just wanted to go over just before we finish that there's a new PS3 update. There's a new firmware update for PS3, which is 4.60, that added Bluetooth support for your PS4 controllers. So if you want to play with your PS4 controllers on your PS3, if you want to get down with some Uncharted 3 or some Dark Souls.
And you should, because it's a better controller.
Yeah. You know what?
It's a better controller.
It is a better controller. You might find that. Just try it out. It's a really good controller. Give it its time. You might not believe that because we've been fucking playing with... And isn't that crazy how for the past 3 generations we've been playing with that PlayStation controller, but now it's not a thing anymore. Now it's basically... For a few weeks now, I haven't played PS3. I've only tried to play PS4 games, and now when I go back to my PS3 controller, I feel like it's cheap and it doesn't fit my hands. And it's crazy because I would have defended this controller to death a few months ago, because for the past few console generations, this controller was the bee's knees, and now so quickly replaced by the PS4 controller.
Still a great controller.
Yeah.
But the PS4 controller is just better.
Yeah, I guess.
It's better in every aspect.
Yeah.
There's nothing the PS4 controller doesn't do better than the PS3 controller.
Yeah.
Not one thing.
I think that's true.
Not one thing, except have a start button.
I think that's true. So anyways, closing up on E3, No Man's Sky also won a lot of awards. You don't agree with those awards?
I don't agree with the game's concept.
Okay. Well, looks like it's going to only be coming to consoles.
No chance.
No, well...
That's got to be on PC.
No, well, it's...
That's got to be on
Well,
PC.
they're saying right now, developers of No Man's Sky are saying they're not talking about a PC version. So far, it's only exclusive to the PS4 version. That might just be because of an exclusive deal where they can't...
Yeah, are they not going to make any money?
Yeah, it might be... No. I think they'll make their money. It might be because
No, okay, listen. They're going to make money in the way companies make money when Sony puts them on the Instant Game Collection. Because when you get put on the Instant Game Collection, Sony comes up to you and they're like, here's...
Percentage.
Here's 30 million... No, that you get paid straight. You get...
Yeah,
you get paid a straight amount before. Straight. You get paid a set amount of money, and it's whatever gets sold. And if it doesn't get sold, you still got that money. Straight.
Okay.
So these guys are getting paid right now because it's going to come out on PS4.
I'm assuming
I don't know if it's going to be in the Instant Game Collection. I don't know. There's only a few games that ever debuted in the Instant Game Collection.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4. There haven't been many.
Yeah.
But these guys definitely are making money from that, but...
What do you mean, 3 or 4 on the PS4?
I'm saying that debuted in the Instant Game Collection.
There's been a lot.
That came out free?
Yeah, it came out free off the bat. Day one. The most recent one we saw was Pixel Junk Shooter Ultimate on PS4. That debuted
Non-Sony games. Hold on. Non-Sony games, I meant. Maybe.
Okay.
Sorry. Like, Sony games, of course Sony's going to give them away for free. I don't care. That's
so
Sony.
non-Sony games
Sony
that debuted? Not many.
Sony doesn't have to pay anybody to debut a Sony game. To put a Sony game on Instant Game Collection.
No. I guess they would pay Q Games, like, for Pixel Junk.
They own Q Games.
Yeah. But they're still paying them.
No, but you make a game. Let's say you make a game and Sony comes up to you and says, we want to put it in Instant Game Collection. Here's $10 million. Sony goes to Q Games and they're like, here's your salary. Oh, by the way, this is in the Instant Game Collection. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
They're not paying anybody for that.
And as for non-Sony games that made their debut on PlayStation Plus, not many.
Not many at all.
No.
And this one, I don't know if it'll be an Instant Game Collection, but it's definitely... If they're saying not a PC version...
No, I don't think this is going to be
on X1? Is this even on X1?
No.
I haven't seen anything.
No, this is a PS4 thing. Hello Games always supported the PS4 heavily. For some reason, Joe Danger 1 was exclusive to PS3 for like a year. It was weird. It was a really good game.
Was that them supporting Sony, or was that Sony supporting them?
Yeah, that's what they had said. Is when they were interviewed about it, they had said that Sony was just way easier to work with. And,
Yeah. Sony gave us money.
Yeah, I guess that's what that means.
Why is Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U?
Because Nintendo's easier to work with. No, that's not true.
Straight out, the guys from Platinum Games said there would never have been a Bayonetta 2 if Nintendo didn't pay for it.
Yeah. But, so...
Also, listen guys, let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres.
What? Why did you have to do that? So fucking Ellen DeGeneres ads all over the internet with that stupid fucking tagline saying that she's been fucking fired from CoverGirl. And every Google AdSense fucking ad says Ellen DeGeneres is fired from CoverGirl, and it got brought up on the podcast, and now I'm upset. Why? Why did you have to bring that up?
Because I want to talk about AdBlock Plus.
I'd so rather talk about No Man's Sky.
I really wouldn't. Let's talk about AdBlock Plus and how it's a giant benefit.
So let's talk about that.
To browsing the internet.
But first, I just wanna say that about No Man's Sky, devs said that they're not talking about a PC version. Now that does never mean in the video game industry that they're not going to come out with a PC version. I just think that they're really working hard to get the game up and running on the PS4 first, then maybe 6 months later we'll see it on PC. Last up for news, there's been no interesting news after E3. Last up for news, This is actually really recent. Yoshinori Ono, producer on the Street Fighter games, a lot of Capcom fighter games.
Who had to step away for physical illness reasons.
Yeah, because they overworked him.
Well, he probably overworked himself.
Yeah, well, Japan, like, business etiquette is weird. Yoshinori Ono is working on a new unannounced PS4 game. Nobody really knows what it is.
Street Fighter 5.
Well, why is it just a PS4 game? On his LinkedIn profile, on his LinkedIn profile, he titled himself as the producer of an unreleased title for PS4 specifically, with the release date of 201X, so 2016, 15, 17.
Mega Man.
Yeah.
Don't they all start that way?
Maybe, but I guess
20XX.
20XX. But I guess that so he's saying never. Assumedly.
Well, 19 at the latest.
Yeah, assumedly not in 2014. I guess.
5 years, guys. We're gonna get the next Mega Man.
Yeah,
That's it. And Ono is making it. Remember Mega Man X2 had the Shoryuken?
Yes.
Well, they're bringing that back, and it's the only move.
It's the only move in the game.
Mega Man X.
Okay, so yeah, I guess not much news after E3, but even then, if he was to bring another game to the PS4, why would it be exclusive to PS4?
It's probably just lead skew.
It should be Street Fighter 5.
It is Street Fighter 5.
I hope it's Street Fighter 5.
And it's lead skew.
And Fei Long is in it.
Maybe.
Why not?
I don't know.
Come on, Fei Long totally deserves to be in it.
I don't know. We were just talking about Bruce Lee being in the UFC game and how dumb it was.
No, I think it's totally amazing that Bruce Lee's in the UFC game, to be honest.
Oh, jeez. You're the only one.
Really?
Yeah, everyone else thinks it's dumb.
He created mixed martial arts.
He didn't.
He did.
He did not.
He was one of the first. In a Bruce Lee movie is the first place we've ever seen an armbar. Wasn't that Enter the Dragon or something?
What?
The first place you've ever seen an armbar on TV.
What?
On a movie. I'm serious.
In a movie. The Japanese.
In a movie.
And the Brazilians have been doing armbars for over 100 years.
Sure, the Kimura and the armbar for sure. But the first time you've ever seen it in a movie was by Bruce Lee. I don't remember the exact Bruce Lee movie. I know that Bruce Lee was one of the first martial artists to get really famous and say that the best martial arts isn't just one style, that it's a mix of a bunch of them. Back when Bruce Lee was popular, man, it was really like I believe in just Shotokan, I believe in just Taekwondo, I believe in just Judo. And he was one of the first to be like, no man, you got to mix all these things.
That does not make him the grandfather of mixed martial arts.
No, I never said that. Did I? Did I say it was the grandfather?
You said something like he started it. You said that, and I was like, no,
he definitely didn't start it, but he was poster child for it.
He just acknowledged that to learn a bunch of different things was good.
Well, he was and he was so before his time for that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a poster child for mixed martial arts. Is what I should have said.
All right.
Yeah. So I think it totally makes sense that he's in the UFC.
How many Jeet Kune Do guys are number one in mixed martial arts?
None.
Yeah,
none. Wing Chun? None.
Jeet Kune Do is Bruce Lee's martial art. That's the one he invented.
Wasn't it Wing Chun? Oh,
no,
the one he invented? Okay.
He invented Jeet Kune Do.
Okay.
That's what he invented.
But he was taught Wing Chun.
I guess.
From his master.
I don't know, if you want to believe the Ip Man movies.
Let's believe him.
They're not that good.
Okay, sure. So Ip Man 1.
They're fun to watch, but they're not that good.
Ip Man 1, very good. Ip Man 2, not so good.
By the way, what's his name? The villain in the Ip Man movies, the one who's like raiding the shack, and he goes away and he comes back at the end.
Okay.
That's Ricky from Riccio, the story of Ricky.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, man. All right, you and me are going to watch that movie sometime.
Okay, so we're going to be watching a movie soon.
Called Ricky O.
Called
RIKI-OH.
Should we do it on the podcast? Should we do it on the channel?
Yeah, let's watch Ricky O. Let's do it, totally. Okay. All right, man.
Tentative plans. So,
the story of Ricky.
All right, well, we're rounding off an hour and 10 minutes here. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about just before we cap off?
My balls hurt.
It's been a hot day in Montreal.
It's bad today.
It's been a hot day.
And they hurt. My balls hurt. And I went to the strip club last night.
Oh, too much information.
And I've had to jerk off like 3 times, and they still hurt.
Okay, well, I guess we don't have much else to talk about. If you want to follow me on Twitter, have more of my insane comments, you can follow at Donother. That's DONOTHER. Jason is also on Twitter.
Don't follow me.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a Twitter account.
Yeah.
It's not that popular? You don't use it?
I created the Twitter account because at work I was going to be in charge of a project that had Twitter integration, so I had to learn Twitter. Mm-hmm. So I created a Twitter account, and that's the only reason I have one. Although I did get to talk to Krista Allen, who is the most beautiful woman of all time.
Cool.
And I am follow Krista Allen at Krista Allen XO. I think that's it. Follow Krista Allen. She's beautiful and a very funny actress.
So in lieu of Jason, follow Krista Allen. You can also follow JumpFoxJump. Well, it's just at JumpFoxJump. Please subscribe to our channel. Rate us on iTunes, wherever the hell you hear about us. Leave comments. Try to interact with us. We'd love to get back to you. And other than that, thanks for joining us on our first episode. It's been a blast, guys. Take it easy.